called the Appleseed Country Fair, and we've been doing it since, I want to say this is our 8th year here at the farm doing it, and it seems it gets bigger and better every year. So, but this year we had 2 beautiful days. Weather was phenomenal, Saturday, Sunday, and over the years we've had a little bit of everything. But no, it's been it's kind of our bookmark to kick off the fall season, and then the year-end festival for us is the Thanksgiving Harvest Festival. Our goal is to be relevant, viable, and sustainable being a seasonal business is very challenging. And again, we're a farm, so we depend on the weather to grow the crop and sell the crop. So for us to be more year-round and diversified, we hope is the right move to be more sustainable. And for the most part, you know, we still, our biggest demand, given who we are, is the fall. We like to joke that we don't own the fall owns us, so we're pretty crazy in the fall, but we do try to be more year-round, and the brew barn has been a nice addition, particularly in the summer months. So that's allowed us to be much more relevant in the summer to people come out, have a barbecue, kids can listen to music and play cornhole. So it's been a really fun thing. Really enjoy it. And then the ski area, you know, we've been at Wachusett Mountain for, this will be, I believe this actually will be our 10th year there. So, which is great, and that makes us relevant in the winter. So we do have a year-round effort, and we do make cider right through till February, but we sell cider year-round. And then this year we're actually making hard cider. That'll be a new addition for us, so really excited about that. So it's really a farm outing, and it involves everything from, and it's a family farm outing. So most of the folks that come here are families, and so that's our #1 target audience. But obviously it's everyone comes, you know, there's people of all ages and all walks. But what a lot of people do is they'll come here, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that involves picking apples, picking pumpkins, maybe dig your own potatoes, and then they'll go on a hay ride. And for better or for worse, so we get some long lines at the barbecue sometimes, and our famous pulled pork and turkey legs. So it's really meant just a time for families to connect with each other, be in a country experience, and a relaxed atmosphere. And we always like to joke that #1 thing people take here is pictures. So we're hopefully creating a lot of memories for a lot of families, and been around for 108 years, I think, if I'm doing my math right. So you can imagine how many families we've been a tradition all these years, and it's one of the most rewarding things for us, is to have that continuity and that support for all the communities that have been here, including the town we live in. One of our taglines is, we are farmily, and we don't take it lightly that it's, obviously my family's been here for 4 generations, but you look at all the families that have been part of an apple farm for generations, and that definitely includes all our employees, our extended family that have been, there's a lot of them here, yours included, that have been different generations either working or being part of it, and I think that's one of the nicest things. And also, again, the families have come here for generations, so we really take that to heart. It's always a new year, a new start for us, and we try to think we know what we're doing, but sometimes the season is done before we even know. But we're very excited to kick off the year this year. Every year is a new challenge. Last year, if you remember, we had a lot of rain. So rain is one of the biggest challenges, but one of the nice things is we evolve and adapt. Last year we said, well, one of the fields we couldn't plant pumpkins, and one new thing this year for us has been the sunflowers. So that, yeah. And that was a direct relation to having too much rain in one of the fields that we can no longer plant pumpkins. So one of the things we always try to do is try to do new things, and I'm happy to say from here forward we'll probably have sunflowers, but we're not going to change our name. So, all right, thank you very much, and thanks for coming. All right, yep.
name's Caroline Abercrombie. Huggable Snugglies. It's a DIY stuff your own animal. So it's an activity for the kids that you can do with them. I have a fundraising program, and I also have birthday party packages that you can order. You name the animal. If I don't have it, I most likely can get it for you. Outfits, costumes. I'll be coming out with some holiday items pretty soon where you can morph the animal into like a skeleton or a spider. And then we have like pumpkins, and then Christmas, snowmen, reindeer, elves, ginger snap cookie. Yeah, it's super fun. Hoodies, and all you need is a fabric marker or some fabric paint, and you can be creative with the hoodie. You can get like your school colors. What comes in the Snuggly set is you get the unstuffed animal, you get the fluff pack, which has the wishing star, stuffing stick, adoption certificate, and you can bring it home in a variety of boxes or a backpack.
I'm Christina Altieri. Ones I did specifically for this event are the apples, because you know, red apples for Red Apple Farm, Johnny Appleseed Country Fair. And I have like a variety of stuff between different pumpkins and some pumpkin paperweights. I have like a lot of other paperweights. Some are jellyfish, some are hearts, some are chakra themed. So I like working a lot with like natural shapes and forms. So I have like the flowers and roses and pumpkins and stuff. And a lot of it is glass blowing, but some of it's glass sculpting, where you don't actually shape it with your breath. Glass sculpting, you're literally just manipulating it with tools, and like the petals for like the roses and flowers, like you can crimp and pinch and pull and twist. Okay. And like the pumpkin stems are sculpted, like because it's not blown for the stems, but the pumpkins, anything that like you're blowing through the hollow pipe and the glass is inflating and growing and changing, that's the glass blowing. So it's kind of two different things. Like the bowls and the vases are definitely harder, and cups and stemless wine glasses and stuff, because partway through the process you have to transfer it so the axis rotates. Yeah, the roses and flowers I enjoy the most out of everything, because it's like the earthiest, and a lot of people really enjoy them, and I enjoy making them because it's like a fun little adrenaline rush, because the glass is like dripping and falling and you like have to catch it and pull it. So you really have to have like a really good understanding of how the material moves to do them right. Because like if the petals are too warm and you go to pull the stem, the whole shape of the flower drags as well. It's a lot of fun. It's magical, it's spiritual, it's therapeutic. I want to eventually do creative art therapy with the glass blowing, because you really have to stay present in the moment and you have to focus on what's happening, or you could get burned. And it requires a lot of like communication, because usually people work in a team. There's a lot of things I can make alone, like the paperweights and roses and flowers and apples and pumpkins, but I enjoy it more when I get to work on like more of an artistic piece, like, and do the bowls and stuff, because you have to like delegate responsibilities to people who you're working with and time it and trust that they're going to do it the way you want. So you have to like really communicate your needs. So there's like a lot of really good life skills that can be built in glass blowing.
candles that I had no longer needed and burned down, and turning them into succulents. I have real ones and I have fake ones. It's kind of whatever floats your boat. If you're a plant person, great. And if you're not, you can pretend to be. And all the containers are upcycled from either the candles I burned down, spice jars I haven't used, or thrift store finds. Yep, so I have it split in half. All the real ones are over here. And they require pretty low maintenance, so if you're a little iffy about being a plant person, trust me, I didn't start out as one. These are pretty good. You just miss them once a week and they're good to go. And they're starting to go into dormancy right now with it being September, well, almost September. So you have to water them even less. And then the fake ones, you just find a pretty place for them. Correct. So we have a lot of them I find at thrift stores, or these ones are spice jars that my boyfriend didn't need anymore. So I said, oh my gosh, let me have them. And then a lot of stuff I found at various thrift stores. If you think you're not a plant person, you would be surprised. You can become a plant person, and if you're not, I still got the perfect plant for you.
I walked into a weaving shop one day over 40 years ago and wound up going home with a small loom. I was horrified to find out that there were no instructions when I got it home. And it was way before YouTube and the internet, but I found a local weaver that helped me get started. And then a few years later, I bought this loom as a kit, figuring that if I put it together myself, I'd know how it worked. And when we moved to New Hampshire, I found other weavers and the Weaver's Guild that helped me to learn. And kind of like any other craft, once you master the basics and learn how to read patterns, the rest kind of, you can take it wherever you'd like to. So the basics are that the warp threads are the ones that are tied onto the loom. The weft is what I'm weaving in using the boat shuttle. And each of the warp threads goes through one of these little heddle eyes. The order that they're threaded helps to make up the pattern in the cloth. In this case, I've got kind of a zigzag pattern going. And then each petal underneath lists up a different group of threads so I can go under those and over the rest. So I'm just starting a new bobbin, and the nice thing is with the weft threads, there's no tension on them. So I'm just going to overlap some threads and keep going. So I like weaving it at events like this because I like showing it to kids and getting them involved and showing them that not everything is shrink wrapped from Walmart. So looms similar to this go back to as early as the 13 or 1400s. They've been around for a really long time.
Oh, so you're kind of keeping this old form of looming alive.
Right. And the interesting thing is weaving is still being reinvented and reimagined. I met a gentleman a few years back who was working on a machine that was taking carbon fiber and weaving it into interlocking layers, 27 interlocking layers, to make propellers for jet engines. So this ancient craft is still being reinvented and reimagined. And every culture weaves, so there's that great multicultural connection too, which fascinates me.